Esmail Ghaani, the commander of the Quds Force of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, has reportedly been taken into custody by Iranian authorities themselves, amid suspicions that he may have links to the Israeli Secret Service, Mossad. Recall, the U.S. and Israeli airstrike on Iran on Saturday morning killed numerous Iranian officials, including Khamenei. The sole survivor was Esmail Ghaani, commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Ghaani, accused of spying in his own country, was reportedly detained for questioning. According to unofficial sources and reports circulating in the media and social networks, Ghaani has survived several assassination attempts in recent months. According to the same sources, he was last seen in the presence of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, just a day ago. However, it is alleged that he has since disappeared from the public scene again. Reports suggest that within the IRGC structures there are strong suspicions of Ghaani, accusing him of possible collaboration with Israel. So far, there has been no official confirmation from Iranian authorities regarding these claims, and the information remains unconfirmed by independent sources. At the time, accusations arose that Ghaani was an agent. However, the Mossad denied these accusations. A Mossad statement stated, "Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps commander Esmail Ghaani is not our spy." It denied months of speculation that the Iranian general had defected at the behest of Israeli intelligence. Esmail Ghaani took over the leadership of the Quds Force in January 2020 following the killing of his predecessor, Qasem Soleimani, in a U.S. strike in Baghdad. The Quds Force is the IRGC's foreign operations arm and plays a key role in Iran's military and strategic operations abroad. According to sources, Ghaani's phenomenal instincts have saved him from certain death for the third time in a row under identical circumstances. September 2024, Ghaani leaves Hezbollah's secret council in Beirut early. Minutes later, the bunker is razed to the ground, along with Hassan Nasrallah and the entire group's top brass. June 2025, the general urgently leaves the IRGC headquarters. Immediately afterward, the IDF carries out a targeted strike on the office. Now, miraculous rescue from the Ayatollah's residence. 3 such coincidences in a row are mathematically impossible. Either the general has a prophetic level of paranoid intuition, or he has a tracking device in his pocket that the Israelis use as a good-to-strike marker immediately after he leaves the kill radius. The IRGC is experiencing extreme paranoia right now, the source comments.
An Israeli defense official stated that on Tuesday, the Israeli Air Force targeted the building in north-central Qom city where Iran's 88-member Council of Experts is based, aiming to interfere with the selection of the country's next supreme leader. The Council of Experts holds the power to appoint a new supreme leader, with its clerics voting on a short list of candidates prepared by a smaller, confidential committee. However, it was unclear how many of those council members were present or killed in the strike. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed on February 28 in his compound in capital Tehran as part of the joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iranian leadership. Khamenei's family members and several of his advisors were also killed in the attack. Dozens of top Iranian officials, such as commanders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, senior advisors, and high-level security figures, were killed in campaign of strikes on Tehran and other strategic targets. The U.S. and Israel launched joint strikes on Iran on Saturday morning in what President Donald Trump described as a large-scale operation to destroy the country's military capabilities and obliterate Tehran's nuclear program. Iran launched retaliatory attacks, firing drones and missiles at Israel and strikes aimed at U.S. military installations in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. The attack on Iran came 2 days after the latest U.S.-Iran talks over Iran's nuclear program. The war continued on the 4th day on Tuesday with the number of Iranians killed as a result of U.S. and Israeli strikes reaching 787 according to the Iranian Red Crescent Society.
ساختمان خبرگان میدان رسالت همین 2-3 دقیقه پیش زدم.
Iran hit the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia's capital with a drone strike early Tuesday as it kept striking targets around the region, while the United States and Israel pounded Iran with airstrikes. President Donald Trump suggested it was just the start of a relentless campaign that could last over a month. The attack from 2 drones on the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh caused a limited fire and minor damage, according to Saudi Arabia's defense ministry, which did not release further details. It follows an attack the day before on the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait. The Associated Press reporter John Gambrell explains the expansion of Iranian retaliation across the Gulf and the intensity of the Israeli and American attacks, the killing of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and the lack of any apparent exit plan portend a possible prolonged conflict with far-reaching consequences. Many countries deemed safe havens in the Mideast have been hit by Iran in retaliation for the U.S. and Israeli strikes, with recent targets including 2 Amazon data centers in the United Arab Emirates and a drone impact near another in Bahrain that caused damage, the company said Tuesday.
Iranian drones